Good morning, boys and girls. So I just wanted to do a quick update. So this is to do with my journey on the myelodysplasia, MDS, leukemia. So I saw the bone marrow transplant doctor the other day. Yeah, that's trying to get it to where the light's not such a glare. Sorry. So anyway, I saw the bone marrow transplant guy, and he said there's some genetic mutations in my bone marrow, and my bone blasts are up to like 9%. So, with that being said, the next step is I'm going to be evaluated for heart, lung, organ function. I have to have a dental clearance. What else? My son donated blood to see if he is an appropriate donor or a close match. They put me on the national registry looking for a donor of stem cells, and they want my brother to test, see if he's a match. Well, they said he could be a perfect match, a half match, or no match at all. Kids are usually half match for donor stem cells. They're saying that some Caucasian guy in the registry may be an exact match, a better match than actual relatives. So we're at the testing stage to find out, stuff pre chemotherapy and stem cell. So he said, the doctor, with no treatment whatsoever, where I'm at with, or at the stage I'm at. Now, mind you, they are just guessing. They don't know for sure. Estimating that I could be dead in 2 years from this with no treatment whatsoever. Then he said, with the chemo and the stem cell, I could die in the hospital from complications, infections, or whatnot. Bleeding, who knows. But these are all things he's got to tell you. The worst case scenario. Then he said, if I survive the 4 weeks in the hospital without any complications, then they want me to be close to the hospital for the first 100 days. If you're a transplant patient, they want you living very close to the hospital so that if something happens, you can be at the hospital quickly. So they are talking about arranging living quarters for that. Sounds really expensive. Sounds like more expensive than I'll ever be able to pay off, whatever. So if we make it the first year, he said, without any complications or just being honest, without dying, then we're probably okay. Estimation, with the kind of shape I'm in, 80%, that everything will be okay. Pre-chemo, it's like a test drive, I guess. They're going to give me this weaker kind of chemo. Beard won't fall out. Hair won't fall out. It's trying to trick the bad cells into dying off. I think it's the way he put it. So that treatment will be like 5 days. Then I get a 30-day break. 25 days. 25 days off. I don't know how many times they'll do that before they go to the actual, you're in the hospital, serious chemo, beard falls out, hair falls out, all that stuff. But once we go in the hospital, that's 4 weeks in, chemo, stem cell, no visitors, because they don't want me to get an infection and die. That's about the nutshell of it. They offered me antidepressants in case I was having some mental illness issues over depression and whatnot. And I kind of told them, I was okay. I will tell you this, when you start thinking about stuff like this, you live your life and you really don't think about dying. You don't. Every day, it's like, what am I going to do tomorrow? I'm going to get up and I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go do that. And you are, when I don't, I've heard it so many times, and I don't know if it's even written down, but the Bible, everybody says the Bible says you're not promised tomorrow. Today is the day of salvation. You are not promised tomorrow. If you don't accept Christ today, you could be dead tomorrow and not have the chance to accept Jesus Christ. There you go. Well, when they tell you, you could die from what you have, you start thinking differently. But here's the thing. Everybody wants to go to heaven. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die to get there. It's like, you love this place, you get attached to it, the smells in the air, the springtime, the winter, snow, all the stuff. God created all this stuff for us. And we like it because he knew we would. But with all that being said, illness has no respect of persons. I'm a medic. I'm an EMT paramedic. Been one for almost 40 years. And I've seen a lot of sickness. I've seen a lot of illness. I've seen a lot of people die. And when you're doing all that stuff, you think, this is not going to come to my door. Or maybe you're not thinking that, but maybe the reality of, how many cancer patients you've toted to the hospital. It doesn't click. That could be you sitting on that cot. But, it's just a thing. So I'm going to put on more updates as this thing progresses. And hopefully I'm not boring you guys to death. And hopefully, somebody will watch and learn something. But it's a process to do transplant. It doesn't just, they just don't throw you in the hospital and, start a transplant. So where we're at, we have to have a dental clearance. My donors, all their stuff has to come back. They have to do a heart, lung, organ, chest, PET scan, my entire body, to make sure that I'm healthy enough to do the transplant. Because the doctor said, we're putting poison in your body to kill the stem cells. Well, the side effect, it's going to kill a lot of other stuff, like my immune system, the stomach lining, all this stuff. And I run risk of bleeding and all kind of cool stuff. Nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, dehydration, you name it. It's on the top of the list. So they just want to make sure I'm healthy enough to do it. I feel pretty strong. I feel tired, but I feel strong. And we're going to get through it. God is in control of it. But, we're not made to last forever. So one day we're all going to die. Some die before others. Some die because they do stupid things. Like, I don't know, getting drunk, driving your car, getting drunk and parking on a railroad track, getting drunk and driving a boat, all these kind of things. Motorcycles, boom, boom. Some people just try to escalate their trip right out of this world. But I'm going to try to hang around for a little bit. I want to see my granddaughters and my grandsons get a little bit older anyway. So there you go. I'm not going to bore you anymore. Peace out. Love each other. Be good to each other. It's all about relationships. It's all about family. Treat your wife good. Love your wife. Because, man, you may not be here tomorrow. So put away all the petty crap. There's a lot of petty crap. We argue about stuff that it's just stupid. So anyway, love y'all. I'm out. Sam's tinkering around. Hit the bell, subscribe, hit the like button. Do all that stuff. Love you guys. Bye.